Hello, this is Nick Cantrell with CyberGolem. I want to show you a new product I've been working on for TensorPros LLC. This is a Alibaba open code review project on GitHub that has been wrapped in a Hugging Face chat UI interface with an OpenRouter backend. So what you can do is you just go ahead and you upload your OpenRouter API key. So I'm going to do that right now and pause the video. And so after you go ahead and hit enter with your OpenRouter API key, it'll go ahead and ask you if you want to add an additional provider. Different models have different providers on OpenRouter, but Novita is a really good one that is fairly affordable, has most of the big models that you care about, and has really good privacy. They don't train on user data, and they also don't retain data. So big fan of Novita right now. We're going to go ahead and type none, so that's going to keep the default setting of Novita only for the providers. And then we're going to choose a privacy setting. Any of these three will actually work, and since it's Novita, they should have approximately the same impact. We're going to go ahead and go with maximum strictness by typing 3. And then we're going to do GLM 5.2. That's the really hot one, popular one right now. The ZAI endpoint is supposed to be pretty affordable and fast, but and then we're going to do a second DeepSeek v4 flash for cheaper inference as our alternative model. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to clone just this example GitHub repo that I've been using for testing. We don't have to type git, it'll automatically insert git if it sees the word clone. And then we're going to go ahead and just do a complete code base review. Actually, let's look at the last commit first, and then we'll do a complete code base review. Now, if the provider you select does not have I'm going to pause right here. All right, and there it is. No comments generated, looks good to me. Okay, well that's easy to do. You don't have to even read anything to say that. So let's go ahead and grab the entire repository instead of just the last commit. And looper is the name of the folder that the git clone saved everything to. So estimated cost, approximately 926,000 total tokens. Okay, so I paused recording after counting the total number of tokens because it takes a while for GLM 5.2 to actually run through this many files, but it makes comments as it goes, and then once it's finished going through the whole repo, it's going to go ahead and give you a summary. 33 files reviewed, 46 comments, total number of tokens used, 16 minutes to produce this report, so it is time consuming. You might want to do a per git commit change report instead of doing a complete repository review every time, but I'm just going to slowly scroll through the report, and you can pause if you see anything that's interesting to you, but as far as I know, this is about the state of the art of what can be achieved from open weight models without relying on Anthropic or one of the frontier labs for API calls. And you know, in effect, this is not Project Glasswing, but it was intended to serve a similar function as Project Glasswing in terms of giving the rest of us an opportunity to do detailed security audits of our code bases, or maybe not even our own code bases, but other people's code bases that we have dependencies on. So I think this is a pretty high impact project. I'm proud of it. It took me about 1 day to hammer this out. A little bit of troubleshooting on some of the syntax for the proxy middleware layer between OpenRouter backend and the open code review. So I've got a little fast API proxy that intercepts the messages and sends them on to OpenRouter and just functions effectively as a man in the middle. And pretty thorough code feedback. The next feature I'm looking to add is an export tool, so I can actually dump this markdown formatted presentation into a format that is a little bit more easily ingested for automated bug fix ticket creation. I think that is the next level of loop engineering in terms of making this a functional tool as opposed to a critical feedback tool. Um, One of the things I've thought it could be useful for actually is candidate evaluation. Um, Not everybody has a GitHub repo in their resume right there by their name and phone number, but if they do have it, then you can pretty quickly look at their recent commits, find the repository they've been working on, and then just go ahead and pull it down, get a report from an LLM and see, are they any good at coding? I did that recently with one of the projects I've been working on. It was mostly Gemini 3.1 Pro code, and it was shocking the amount of nasty things DeepSeek had to say about the project that I was pretty happy with. So I'm in the process of fixing all those bugs that were caught here at this stage. But I guess I'm in good company. There's a lot of open source projects that have been around for decades that Anthropic was able to find bugs in with Mythos. So I'm going to try not to take it too personally that DeepSeek v4 was able to find a bunch of problems with my Newfie project. Non-uniform Fourier importation. Interesting tool for multimodal time series synthetic data imputation using covariance of the time series. It does stochastic imputation. I think it's a great tool. I'm looking forward to continue working on it. But that's it. That is the report. I really like this part down here about quick wins. Realistically, everything's a quick win when you can just automate bug ticket creation and then send it out, dispatch it to a bunch of LLMs to actually apply the fixes. So that's what I'm working on. I hope you like what you saw, and thanks for watching. This is Nick Cantrell with CyberGolem signing off.